In this video, we will be addressing some of the most common parental concerns when it comes to reading with their children. Many parents question how they can better select books that are appropriate for their children's age and language proficiency. So, let's take a look at what early childhood researchers suggest. Did you know? A child's reading development starts even before they speak. A study from Bass and Marinas note that infants recognize the features of picture books, whereas Dwyer and Newman reveal that babies are naturally drawn to human faces, symmetrical patterns, and highly contrasted colors. In addition, infants about 6 months of age begin to pay attention to finer details, such as the features of a face as compared to the outline of a face, and are increasingly contemplative of their intersubjectivity and social cues, such as routines during games. They also begin paying attention to books and are able to mimic expressions of adults. Parents should therefore prioritize books with human faces and other striking features when they are selecting books for 0 to 1 year old and begin reading to their children as early as 6 months old. They can also make reading time a routine for children using the bath, book, and bed model as early as 6 months old. When choosing books for toddlers, parents can look out for books that incorporate songs, rhymes, rhythm, and word plays, as these features will help children begin to hear the similarities and differences in sound. In addition, parents should also look out for durable books with interactive features such as pull tabs or pop-up pages. Since toddlers enjoy engaging in object play, this will keep them engaged. A good example of these types of books include Time for Bed, which tells the story of different animals struggling to fall asleep. Time for Bed is highly suitable because it is a durable book made out of board material and pull tabs. Preschoolers love reading series books. Dwyer and Newman note that children between the ages of 37 to 48 months become attached to certain characters and stories and can benefit from hearing and reading when familiar characters and storylines are depicted. More generally, parents can also consider the narrative structure of the text when selecting books for children. For example, children aged 3 should be exposed to simple narrative structure, such as stories with one main problem, followed by one solution. Whereas, children aged 7 to 8 can be exposed to more involved narrative structures, where there may be a series of problem-solution events. In this example, Mr. Fox faces multiple problems as he is repeatedly hunted down by the farmers. He then comes up with multiple solutions until he eventually escapes for good. Apart from choosing books according to the child's age, parents can also consider using the 5-finger rule when selecting books for children's independent reading. To assess if a chosen book is suitable for a child, turn to a random page of the book and ask the child to hold up one finger for every word they do not know. If a child holds up 2 to 3 fingers, that selected book is a good choice for their current language proficiency. But what about dual language books? Generally, the effectiveness of dual language books depends on how you use them. Currently, studies concerning dual language books typically examine the use of dual language books during adult-led reading sessions. For Snandon, reading dual language books at home allow children to be more confident and motivated to decode their weaker language in the presence of their stronger language. On the other hand, Ma notes that dual language books can also benefit parents who have a weaker proficiency in one of the target languages. Dual language books, however, should be used cautiously for independent reading, as a child may be drawn to simply reading in their dominant language while ignoring the presence of the weaker language. However, Yao and Priyashri also note that this cognitive overload can be mediated when features such as audio narration and tracking animation, such as highlighting a word when it is read aloud, are in place. When these features are activated, they were effective in drawing children's attention to the print of the target sentence or language. In a similar vein, directing a child's attention to the target language can be done via pointing to the words while reading dual language paper books. So, parents need not worry excessively about a child's cognitive load with regard to using dual language books, and can instead utilize these books during shared book reading sessions so that they are able to direct a child's attention to the target language when necessary. In summary, different reading levels require different types of books. For infants, books with human faces, symmetrical patterns, and highly contrasted colors are recommended. Some examples include Baby Sees Patterns by Anna Award and Making Faces, a First Book of Emotion by Abrams Appleseed. For toddlers, introducing books with songs, rhymes, rhythms, and wordplays are recommended. An example include Llama Llama Red Pajama by Anna Dewey. Additionally, to keep them engaged, interactive books with pull tabs and pop-up pages such as Pick a Who by Nina Layden can also be introduced. For preschoolers, we suggest series books that allow children to become familiar with the characters. Some examples include the Mercy Watson series by Kate DiCamalo and Chris Van Dusen, and Wild Animals by National Geographic. Parents can also choose books according to their child's language proficiency by using the 5-finger rule. Dual language books can also be used with discretion, and parents are highly encouraged to read with their children while using these types of books. Doing so encourages a child to become more confident in their weaker language and can also benefit the parent if their proficiency in either language is not as strong. However, it may not be highly suitable for independent reading, especially when the child is not proficient in both languages. Lastly, the earlier we expose children to reading, the better we can develop their interests, promote familiarity to print, and help them become independent readers in future.